Repeat after me. I am somebody. I am somebody. No matter what the court says, no matter what my family says, no matter what my significant other may say, I am somebody. I'm better than me. I'm better than God. Give yourself a hand. You ever become so inundated with information that literally you almost get to a point of stagnation because you don't know what to do? You take advice from this person, or you read this book, or you read this, or you do this or do that. But the thing is that you keep getting information that you start questioning yourself whether the things you should be doing or not. Listen, there's times when you just have to do what you know. Do what you know. You got to start trusting yourself to do the right thing. You got to know that you're doing the right thing when you know the right thing is to do. You already know. You got to be able to do the things that you know. It reminds me of the story about the young lady one time who was 40 years old. She decided she was not going to wait to get married to buy a house. So she went ahead, she bought this beautiful house. She decided after being in that house for about a couple of months, she wanted some love in the house. So what did she do? She went out to find a pet. She goes to the pet store. She goes into the dog section, the cat section. She goes over to the fish section. And then she gets to the bird section. And in the bird section, she gets to see this beautiful, beautiful cockatoo. Beautiful cockatoo. And she goes, man, what a pretty bird. And the bird looks at her and says, hey lady, you sure is ugly. And she was startled. She was like, what? And the bird said, hey lady, you sure is ugly. And she couldn't believe it. She went storming out of the store. Went storming up to the manager and said, sir, this bird just insulted me. I don't appreciate it. You need to do something about this bird. The manager came out and said, ma'am, we apologize. We've been working with this bird. He's brand new. We're trying to get him trained in. I promise you that won't happen again. She said, see that it doesn't. She went storming out the door one more time. She literally came back a couple of days later. Went through the same routine, went over into the cat section, the dog section, the fish section, and then went to the bird section. When she got to the bird section, there that cockatoo, he saw her walk in the door, and he said, hey lady, you sure is ugly. She's upset again. And she goes running up to the manager. And she told the manager what happened again, and she said, I don't appreciate it. I'm never coming back here again. He said, ma'am, I'm sorry, please forgive us. We promise you that will never happen again. She storms out the store. The manager goes over to the bird, looks at the bird and said, if you ever insult that lady again, I'll have you stuffed. The bird kind of shakes a little bit. A couple of days go by, the lady comes back again. She goes right over into the dog section, the cat section, goes back to the fish section, and then goes right back over in that bird section. And when she gets to the bird section, there he is standing there with all his glory. And she looks at the bird turns around and looks at her. She looks at the bird turns around and looks at her. And then she looks at the bird and goes, aha! They finally got you trained. Don't you ever insult me ever again. And the bird looked at her with this mean look on his face and said, hey lady! And she turned around, looked at him and said, what? And the bird said, you know. Sometimes we got to do things that we know. You know that when you hang out with this person, this is what's going to happen. You know when you're hanging out with the wrong people, you're going to get into the wrong situations. You know that when you go and just have one drink, you know it's going to be 5, 7, or 12 later on down the road. Because you already know what you shouldn't be doing. So do the things that you know. Do the things that you know. And then practice the things that you know. If you've been in treatment before, you got them notes in those notebooks, pull them out, revisit them, look them over again. Practice the things that you need to be doing on a regular basis. Start saying and start talking about the things you need to do to make sure your life is going to be the best life you possibly can live. Don't sell yourself short. Do the things that you know you need to do because you can do it, because you already know what you need to do. Just do what you know. Remember, you matter, and you are somebody, and you are the somebody that knows what to do. So do what you know.